Okay, stop what you're doing for a second. You're watching this video online, maybe on your phone, maybe on a laptop, maybe on a TV that somehow became smarter than you. Either way, you're using the internet right now, and I want you to imagine something terrifying. What if tomorrow morning you woke up, reached for your phone, and nothing? No signal, no Wi-Fi, no bars, just you, your screen, and pure silence. Not just in your city, not just in your country, everywhere, forever. The internet, gone, permanently, never coming back. Sounds like a bad dream, right? Maybe even a little peaceful for like 5 minutes. But let's actually think this through, because what would really happen, and I mean really happen, to you, to civilization, to the planet, if the internet vanished overnight? Buckle up. Day 1. The panic nobody expected. The first thing most people would notice isn't that they can't scroll Instagram. It's that their alarm didn't go off, because millions of people use cloud-based apps to wake up. Then they'd check the news, and they can't. They'd call a friend, and here's the fun part, a lot of modern phone calls, especially over Wi-Fi calling or VoIP, rely on the internet too. So even a simple, "Hey, what's going on?" becomes complicated. Within hours, ATMs start going offline. Most ATMs connect to banking servers through internet-based networks. No internet, no verification, no cash. Credit cards, same problem. Suddenly, the only money that works is the physical cash you have in your pocket. And if you're like most people in 2025, that's maybe $12 and some loose change. Gas stations? A surprising number of modern pumps require network verification to process payments. Grocery stores? Their inventory systems crash. Supply chain software? Gone. The entire invisible architecture that keeps shelves stocked and trucks moving just stops. And all of this happens within the first 24 hours. Week 1, the quiet gets loud. By day 3, hospitals are in serious trouble. Now, hospitals have backup systems, they're smart about this, but massive amounts of modern medical equipment, patient records, and diagnostic tools either live in the cloud or depend on software that needs internet updates and verification to function. Imagine a surgeon who needs a patient's history and it's locked behind a server that no longer responds. Air travel? Grounded. Modern aviation relies on internet-connected systems for weather data, flight coordination, and air traffic control communication. Pilots and controllers are trained for emergencies, but a global, permanent blackout is a different kind of emergency. And here's something people never think about: GPS. You probably think GPS is separate from the internet. It kind of is, but the mapping apps, the real-time routing, the turn left in 300 feet part, that's all internet-powered. So yes, people would literally be getting lost driving to the grocery store. Governments would scramble. Emergency radio broadcasts would come back. Newspapers, remember those, would suddenly have the most important job on Earth. Month 1. The big reveal. Here's the part nobody talks about, the part that is genuinely shocking. The internet doesn't just carry cat videos and arguments about movie endings. It carries everything. About 90% of international financial transactions happen digitally. The global banking system as we know it would effectively freeze. Stock markets? Gone. International trade? Paralyzed. The global economy, worth roughly $100 trillion, would begin to collapse within weeks. But here's the twist that really keeps scientists and economists up at night. The internet also carries enormous amounts of scientific research, climate monitoring, disease tracking, satellite coordination. The systems we use to predict hurricanes, manage power grids, and watch for incoming space weather events, all compromised. We would be flying blind on a planet that requires constant, real-time attention to stay stable. And food? Modern agriculture relies on coordinated logistics powered by the internet. Fertilizer deliveries, harvest schedules, shipping routes, all of it breaks down. The UN estimates that a serious global supply chain disruption could push hundreds of millions of people toward food insecurity within months.
One study from 2019 estimated that even a temporary internet shutdown costs the global economy around $50 billion per day. Permanent? The number becomes incomprehensible. The wrap-up. What this actually means. Here's what's wild. We built something in about 50 years that became so essential, so deeply woven into the fabric of civilization that losing it would be worse than almost any natural disaster we can imagine. More disruptive than a hurricane, more paralyzing than a blizzard, possibly more dangerous than a war. And yet, most of us have never thought about it for more than 30 seconds. The internet isn't just a tool, it's infrastructure. It's the nervous system of modern civilization, and like most nervous systems, you don't appreciate it until something goes terribly wrong. The good news? Engineers and governments are actually thinking about this. There are backup systems, hardened networks, and contingency plans being developed all the time. The internet is also incredibly decentralized, which means it's very hard to shut down all at once. It wasn't designed to have a single off switch, and that was intentional. So while a global, permanent shutdown is unlikely, it's not zero. And maybe the real takeaway is this: we should understand the things we depend on, not fear them, just understand them. Because knowing how something works is the first step to making sure it keeps working. If this video made you think, even a little, hit that like button. It genuinely helps more people find this stuff. And if you want to keep going down this rabbit hole, subscribe. Next week, we're asking, what if gravity got 10% stronger overnight? Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. See you there.